Hey guys, if you're interested in any figures or figure accessories that I have currently up for sale, go ahead and send me an email. Just go to my channel page on YouTube and go to the About section, click on that, and you'll be able to get in touch with me. How's it going, my fellow collectors? I am back once again with another figure review. And this time we're going to be taking a look at not a Hot Toys figure, but a Present Toys figure. Yes, sir and ma'am, this is the Present Toys 1/6 scale Blade Warrior figure, but obviously it's from the motion picture Blade 2, starring Wesley Snipes as Blade. So, it's a non-licensed third-party figure, and we're going to get this review going just as usual, with the first category being the source information. But before we get into the source information, guys, there's a little story I want to share with you guys. This is a figure that I've wanted ever since I started collecting a long time ago. As you guys know, the Hot Toys Blade figure came out in the year 2010, and I believe it was around that year, or maybe a couple years later, that I really wanted one. So I decided to hunt one down. I was looking all over the place, and I ended up finding one on eBay. Of course, by the time that I wanted to buy one, they were all sold out, and they were already going for ridiculous prices. So the one that I ended up getting was $500 on eBay from a collector. And it was a pretty bad experience. I was still new to eBay. I probably only used it a couple times during that time. And, the seller shipped out the figure, and it ended up never arriving. And I sent them email after email after email saying, what's going on? Why haven't I gotten it? And all the usual stuff. And they never responded, not once. And since I was still new to eBay, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know that you were supposed to go to eBay itself and inform them of your dilemma. That way they could step in and help you, get you your refund and all that. So by the time I realized that, I think it had been months that have passed by, maybe more, I don't know. And I ended up contacting eBay in the end, but by that time they had told me it's too late. You should have contacted us earlier. And there's nothing we can do for you now. So I ended up losing $500 with no figure. And yeah, that was very painful. So I'm glad to say that I finally got my wish, and I was able to get a Blade figure, even though it's not the authentic Hot Toys figure. I managed to get a Blade figure, and that's what I've always wanted. And Blade is one of the most best Marvel characters out there. So, I mean, obviously, Spider Man is always going to be my favorite, but I have to say that Blade is probably up there in the top five. So, yeah. Um, all right. So, moving on to the review, the source information. So, obviously, this figure is based off of the Blade 2 movie, given his outfit and his appearance. So, yeah, that movie, yeah, directed by Guillermo del Toro. It was pretty good. I can't say it was better than the first one. I'd probably say they're about even. Um, but yeah, it was good nonetheless. I really enjoyed the action, and the story was good and everything. That's where that was the first time I saw Norman Reedus in an acting role. And I gotta say that I wasn't very impressed with his performance there, but once he came out on The Walking Dead, he proved his worth, and yeah, he became a cool character in my book as the character Daryl Dixon. So yeah. So for the movie, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. All right, guys. So stick with me, and we'll move on to the rest of the review. All right. So now we've made it to the category of packaging, and yeah, I really dig this packaging, the art style and everything. I don't know if all of these images are based off of the promotional images from the movie. They look like they are. I know at least one of them is, but we'll go through it. So starting off at the top, we get the Present Toys logo, and it says Present Toys, and then we get an image of Blade in front and center with a cool design in the back with a very red glow, standing in the shadows where you can see his silhouette and barely his face. So yeah, that looks cool. Holding his blade and his glaive there, or his sword. And then on the bottom, it says Blade Warrior in metallic letters. And then below that, it says 1/6 scale collectible figure. And then on the side, it says Present Toys again with the Present Toys logo. A continuation of the design on the front of the box wraps around on the side. Kind of symbolizing the tattoos that he has on his body, like this triangle on top, and then the red and black colors. And then on the other side, same thing. And then on the bottom, it says Blade Warrior, but in white text this time. And then on the top, same thing. And then on the back, it says Blade Warrior, warning, choking hazards, stuff that nobody really reads. But this is kind of funny because it has a lot of misspellings, at least one that I've seen. It says, not for children under 3 years old, instead of saying under. So, yeah, not a toy, recommended. So, these, I know the warnings and labels and stuff is not usually worth reading, but in this case they are, because you can find some interesting misspellings from time to time. So made in China and all that good stuff. So yeah. And then it does have a sleeve. So let me just remove that. So once you remove the sleeve, this is what you get. This is the front of the box. And this is an image of the Blade Trinity poster with an actual photo of Wesley Snipes there. I do remember this from the movie, so. Plus, he's got a different type of facial hair compared to what he had on Blade 2. So, but yeah, cool image nonetheless. He's holding both glaives. You get the tribal tattoos in the background there. And then again, it says Blade Warrior in metallic letters. Present Toys logo there on the bottom. And then pretty much same thing in, on the sides. You get like what looks like a vampire mouth right there with the Present Toys logo. Same thing on the other side. And on the back, you get, again, the warnings and choking hazards that nobody really reads. And it's still misspelled. And we also get another image of a circle with more tribal tattoos there. Blade Warrior written on the top. And yeah, it's just in a different color than the sleeve was. But yeah, that's it for the packaging. No window this time to show the figure and all of its accessories. So yeah, I dig the artwork and design, so sure, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. It's great. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention that it says right here a quote from the movie. Do you think I forgot about you? So that was at the end of Blade 2 when he kills the one guy with the long hair. Because he was chasing him in the beginning of the movie, but then he let him live. And then, he went on to fight the Reapers. And then when he was done with the Reapers, he came back to finish him off. So yeah, that's cool little nod to the movie there. That's cool. Another reason why it gets a 10 out of 10 in my book. So, all right. That does it for the packaging. Now we're going to move on to the rest of the review. All right, so now we've made it to the category of likeness. Guys, I have to tell you that this is a very disappointing head sculpt. I mean, not really disappointing because this is about as much as I'd expect from Present Toys. Their head sculpts have never been accurate in my book, in any figure that they've ever made. Yeah, so that includes this one. This barely looks like Wesley Snipes at all. Looks more like Jonathan Majors or or Scooby-Doo for that matter. So yeah, this is a horrible representation of Blade. I mean, he looks maybe a little bit better with the sunglasses on, but it doesn't really improve the appearance at all, to tell you the truth. The lips are way too big. The eyes, I don't know what's going on with the eyes. I think the only thing that it's got going for it is I like what they done with the hair. They made it look like actual hair. by giving it like a textured feel. So that's cool. And I like the color of paint that they chose to make him look like a darker skinned person. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna say it's probably like 40% accurate to Wesley Snipes, cause yeah, it's pretty bad. And then they gave him like these really thick eyebrows too. So I'm gonna do some right here. What I have here is the Hot Toys head sculpt. And even though this head sculpt is super old, it still holds up. When you compare them both, let me see if I can hold them up like straight up. Yep, okay. Look at that. I don't know what's going on with the present toys jawline, but it's way like out of proportion, and yeah. So like I said, I think the only thing is the Paint Apps present toys beats the Hot Toys one with the Paint Apps. But as for the sculpt, the Hot Toys head sculpt blows the present toys one right out of the water. So yeah. And that's pretty much the main reason why I got the Hot Toys head sculpt, is because I'm gonna be displaying the present toys figure with this head sculpt. And even a lot of people say that the present toys head sculpt is a recast of the Hot Toys, but it's not. You can totally tell like the different shapes and stuff. Uh, yeah, it's its own sculpt, not recasted. And yeah, the other thing was that the hair is better than this Hot Toys head sculpt, because this hair just feels a little bit too smooth and not like real hair. But yeah, I definitely prefer this one over the present toys. So that's the head sculpt I'm gonna be using. And the other difference is that it's got a lighter skin tone than the present toys. But other than that, yeah, it's definitely better than the present toys one. So present toys really needs to step up their game when it comes to their head sculpts, because if head sculpt that's uh over 10 years old can beat their current head sculpts, then they got a lot of catching up to do. So yeah. So for the score, I'm gonna give the present toys head sculpt I'm gonna have to give it a 3. A 3 out of 10. So yeah. All right, guys. So that does it for the likeness category. And now we shall move on to the next category. All right, so now we've made it to the category of articulation. And yeah, this body I've never seen it before. It's got ratchets everywhere. We'll start from the top. The uh, the head has a single joint on the base of the neck. It's a ball joint. So you could do 360 all the way around, lean it back from side to side, backwards and forwards. So he could look up pretty good and down pretty good too. He does have butterfly joints. I believe he has shoulder shrugs too. Bicep swivel, he does have that. And double jointed elbows. And the elbows are on ratchets. And as for the wrists, they're your basic Hot Toys type pegs, wrist pegs. So you can swap those however you wish. The only thing is that I don't believe these wrist pegs come with an extra pair. So that sucks. You're going to have to be very careful with these wrist pegs because they are a dark color. So it's not like you could just replace them willy-nilly. They're not exactly easy to find, so I would suggest that you be very careful when you're dealing with the wrist pegs. So, yeah. And as for the abdomen, he does have good ab crunch. Though I'm not sure if the crunch comes from the abdomen area or the waist. I'm assuming it's the waist, but I'm not sure. And he does have torso swivel as well. So it's really good too. He can kick forward really good and backward really good and outward pretty good too. And also the hip to thigh area, the crotch area, that is also on ratchets. So that's a plus in my book. The only problem is that I wouldn't go to the extremes with the posing for the hip to thigh area, the crotch area, because there is a possibility of straining the pants and they might rip if you go too far. So that, or that you might damage the pleather material. So be very cautious when articulating the crotch area. So moving on down from there to the knees, really good articulation there as well. I believe they're double bend knees, and those are also on ratchets. So that's really cool. And moving on to the ankles, this is where it starts to take a nosedive. There is virtually no movement at all in the ankles. The boots are a solid plastic, and they prevent you basically from doing any ankle movement at all. The only movement you get is swivel. So you can rotate the foot from side to side, basically 30 degrees all the way around. But that's it. So, yeah, that really sucks. Like you can't get a lot of poses that you would want. There's no boot cut, which is something that they Present Toys could have improved upon from the Hot Toys version, but they decided not to, and it's a real shame. And that's pretty much it for everything. The articulation. Uh, all in all, I'm very impressed with this body. Even though there's no articulation at the ankles, everything else is awesome. The ratchets on all of the joints, I love. I love that they came up with that. So that's great. Um, so yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give the score for articulation a 9 out of 10. So if it weren't for those ankles, it'd get a perfect 10. So yeah. And that's it, guys. That does it for the articulation. And now we're going to move on to the next category. All right. So we've made it to the category of outfit. And man, I'll try not to spoil it. So we'll start as usual. We'll start off with the coat. Pretty much the entire outfit, the coat, the vest, the pants. A lot of people think that they're made of true leather, but I'm sad to report to you guys that that's not the case. This is not real leather. Now, it's better than the pleather that Hot Toys makes, that's for sure. It is a different material to that, but it's still not genuine leather. This can be prone to flaking. The reason I know this is because I've had material like this before in the past. For example, the Damn Toys Claire Redfield. She's got her jacket made pretty much the same material as the clothes on Blade. And you can also tell that, you know, the air will be able to seep in, creating bubbles. And that'll separate the fake leather from the cloth inside. So that's what causes the peeling. And yeah, so that's what'll happen if you're not careful. I mean, you know, if you treat it well, keep it out of humidity, use leather protective liquid and all that, it should last you a good long while. But yeah, that was a pretty big disappointment. When I pre-ordered this figure, I was expecting it to be genuine leather because everybody was saying that Present Toys always does real leather. They did so with the Indiana Jones figure with its jacket. So, you know, everybody was saying, "Oh, they always do leather on all of their outfits," but the reality is they don't, which is a shame. Maybe it was going to be too much money to make the entire outfit out of leather because pretty much from head to toe he's all leather, his clothes. So maybe it was too expensive for the price that they were selling it at. So that's the only theory I could think of. But yeah, like I said, just treat it good and it should last you a long while. So, same thing can be said for the vest he has here. It's also made of leather. So, um, but other than that fact, the outfit is great. There's no complaints here from me. It's an outstanding job that Present Toys did on the entire outfit. Uh, so yeah, I'm really impressed because it is even better than the Hot Toys version. I have to say that the outfit because I think the material that the Hot Toys version was cheaper, and that's why it didn't last that long. So, but this, on the other hand, should last you a long while if you treat it good. I mean, and then on top of everything else, he also comes with his bomber jacket, which is another look that you can have on him from the movie. And I believe, I'm not sure, but the Hot Toys version also came with the bomber jacket, but um, it had a zipper, whereas this one has uh, magnets inside. I was gonna say buttons, but it doesn't have any buttons. So yeah, I think it's a better choice that they went with that because uh, the zippers can be a little finicky and stuff. They could break and such. Whereas magnets, they can last you a lot longer. So yeah, that's real nice. Um, all right, so that takes care of the outfit. Oh, I didn't give it a score yet, did I? Yeah, I'm gonna give the score for the outfit a 10 out of 10. Even the sunglasses, they have that see-through tint, which is awesome. There was one reviewer that said that the glasses looked a little too big uh, and out of proportion to the face, but I don't think so. I think they're a good fit. They're a good proportion. I don't think there's any problems with it. So yeah, there you go. 10 out of 10 for the outfit. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the next category. Hiya, hiya, can't stop. Flesh to mind, flesh your mind, and my mind. Two of a kind, but one won't survive. Survive, survive, survive. I don't know what it is about this figure, but every time I take a look at it, that song just straight pops into my head. Every time. But enough joking around. We've made it to the category of accessories. And as you can see, I changed him into his alternate outfit. And I gotta tell you guys, a lot of people that have gotten this Present Toys Blade figure, when they put the bomber jacket on, they put it on the wrong way. They put the bomber jacket over the vest, and that's not the right way that he looked in the movie of Blade 2. The vest has to go over the bomber jacket. And that said, it's not easy. Let me tell you guys that. So let me just turn him around here for a second. All right. So it's got these buttons on the back of the vest. And it's a very tight fit. I had trouble trying to put those on or clip those buttons. So it's got four. There's those two and these two. Two on the right and two on the left. And yeah, it was a real pain. So keep that in mind when you're swapping out the outfit. But anyway, getting back to the accessories, I guess he comes with a decent amount. We'll start off with the things he's got on him. So he comes with these dual modified Heckler and Koch USP match handguns. And when the first reviews came up on YouTube on this figure, nobody showed if these were articulated or not, but they are. The clips come out and the chambers do slide. And they do fit perfectly in these holsters, which I forgot to mention are in the... I forgot to mention that they're in the category of outfit that you can place these holsters on the figure. So they're pretty nice. They're made of pleather also, so yeah. So yeah, he comes with those. And he also comes with these stakes, these silver stakes, which are on his leg here. You can remove them. I believe they are metal because they're pretty heavy and they're cold to the touch. So yeah, that's real nice. And then he comes with a total of 6 hands. And I gotta tell you guys that I really love these hands. Yes, they are sculpted really well, and you can see all the detail on them, the wrinkles and the creases, and the seams of the leather, the buttons. But that's not the main reason why I love these. The main reason is because they are very flexible. Other companies can take a page out of Present Toys when they make their hands, because I don't think I've ever seen hands this malleable, because it makes it so easy to swap the hands out, and also to put things in the hand, like if he's holding things, his sword, for example, or the guns, the glaives, all of that. It's really easy to put them in his hands. A lot of other companies, even Hot Toys, like, they make the hands so hard that it's so hard to swap them or place things in the hands to hold. So yeah, these got to be my favorite hands that I've ever seen. So yeah, he comes with those, and obviously his leather coat, leather trench coat. I think it only has one wire that runs along the bottom of the coat. So that's a shame. I did wish that it had another or more, at least two more wires running along either side of the coat to give it more articulation and posability. That would have been nice. And obviously the bomber jacket, which is made of cotton. Um, yeah, that's real nice too. And then he also comes with this awesome Mac 10, which is heavily modified. And in the movie, he shoots silver bullets out of it. And the only articulation that this gun has is clip does come out. Um, this is like a nitpick that I have. The bullets, they should have been painted a silver color, because in the movie, all of the bullets that he fires are silver cartridges. So that's one thing that they could have done. That would have been easy. So he does come with that gun, which is awesome. And then he also comes with these glaives, which are pretty awesome, and they are foldable, as you can see. One of them I got folded here. So yeah. And people have been saying that the paintwork in the middle where the symbol is, it's not so good. And yeah, I have to agree. It's not so bad, but it could have been better, definitely. Because it's pretty small, so it's not that noticeable. But yeah, they could have done a better job. And then he also comes with these spikes. They have like a anticoagulant material that they shoot inside when Blade punches somebody. I forgot the initials of it, but yeah, that's what happens. And when he does that, their head will explode like a balloon, because vampires have an allergic reaction to it. And I guess it's similar to the coagulant that they used in part 1. It's basically what he used to kill Deacon Frost, the coagulant. I could be wrong though. But anyway, he tries to use these on Nomak, but they don't have any effect on him, because Reapers have a resistance to coagulant and sunlight. Or I'm sorry, not sunlight, but silver. So yeah. And he also comes with this humongous base. I really like it. The design is really nice. The colors and everything. It symbols, his tribal tattoos. And it's good to, like, you can plug in a flight pole if you wanted. And as you saw in the outfit category, that's what I did. And it held up pretty nice. I also like this metallic nameplate. Really nice too. But the only thing is that it's made of like paper cardboard. The square itself, the design. And it's already got like a fold in it. I don't know if... But yeah, it's somewhere on the side here. I don't remember where it was, but I did see it. And so yeah, it's kind of cheaply made. And then it's also got like oil stains. I don't know if it's oil or not. You can kind of see it, but yeah. Yeah, it looks like it was made on the cheap, so But other than that, it's nice. Um, yeah. If you got the space for it, then yeah, you could use it. But I'm gonna go with the oval display stand that the Hot Toys blade came with, because I got a lot of figures and I don't have much space, so I have to opt for that. But yeah, that is everything it comes with. It could have come with a few more things. We could have got a shotgun that shoots those silver stakes. That would have been nice. I don't think he uses it in part two, but he does use it in part one. But Blade is famous for that weapon, so it would have been nice if he came with that. He also doesn't come with the UV light grenades. Um, yeah, he could have come with that. Oh, I forgot to mention, he also comes with his signature sword, his katana sword. So yeah, uh, the sheath as well. As you can see, I got it clipped to his back, so you can pull it out. It is made of a plastic. A lot of people are complaining that it should have been a die-cast metal. Um, I guess it could have, but the one thing you have to question is, will he be able to hold it? If it's too heavy, he won't. So yeah. And then I do like this one. It has his handle here, or the hilt of the blade. Looks really nice. They did nice paint work on it. See if I can focus on it. So yeah, there we go. But it doesn't come with the trap where the blades come out and cut a vampire's hand off, or whoever's holding it, they'll cut their hand off. And it doesn't appear that the hilt is removable either, so you wouldn't be able to do that anyway, which is a shame. That would have been nice if it did come with all that. But yeah, other than that, I don't think it could have come with anything else. Maybe another head sculpt like the So Toys one that's coming out soon, like where he's full on raging and he's screaming. He's got his mouth open and you could see his fangs. That would have been nice. But yeah, this is present toys we're talking about. So if they did make another head sculpt, it would have been ending up looking horribly anyway. So yeah. So it's a good thing that it just came with the one. So yeah, for the accessories, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Why not? It comes with everything it should, so. All right then. So that takes care of the accessories. I'll put them in one more pose and round up the scores and wrap up this review. Oh, there's one thing that I gotta correct myself on, guys, when I was talking about the trench coat. I said that it only has one wire running along the bottom here, but that's not true. It does have two more wires that are running along right here through the coat vertically, and another one on the other side. So you can bend it upward, going like that, as you see it right now. So that's cool. I was a little worried there that it only had one wire. But anyway, getting back to the overall score. To add up the score and wrap up this review, this figure gets a 50 out of 60, which is not a bad score at all. It's pretty high, actually. Like I said before, guys, this is a figure that I have long wanted for years in my collection, but I could just never get a hold of it. And then that whole situation with eBay that happened to me, I just got put off of it. And so I'm glad that Present Toys stepped up to the plate and decided to give us this figure. So I am very happy that I have it now. And it is very exciting.
Ooh, so exciting.
All right, guys, so that about wraps it up. I want to thank you for watching and thank you for tuning in. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. But until next time, guys, I shall catch you all later on the tube. All right. Bye, guys.